What's happening, everybody? We're back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington.
And I'm the swaggy blerd, Winston A. Marshall.
And we are here. We are here for the review.
I got a little extra swag today. I ain't gonna let him finish his sentences. You don't even need to know why, except for the fact that this is the funniest motherfucking episode that I've seen this season. Sex Patrol was fun, but
here's why it's fun for him. Because it starts off with Cliff coming back to space, flying through a billboard with a quote from Kite Man that said, "Hell yeah!"
It did. I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? So,
my god!
So the billboard for Denise for the animal side of Animal Vegetables.
Yeah.
One of the quotes is "Hell yeah, Kite Man."
Oh, now I gotta go rewatch the episode. I just thought it was a funny fucking episode, but now, oh my god! I told you it's my favorite episode.
nigga, my bees. My bees. My bee. She was going just. Rita was going so hard for that one line.
Bees.
My bees.
Bro, come on now. You know we've all done that. We've all been like, bro. I'll see if I can find the old footage. It was me. Freshman year, sophomore year of high school. I was reporter number 3 in Anything Goes. And everybody's coming on the ship, and there's like celebrities coming on the ship, and then there's me going, "Rito, sweetie, wow!" like if you knew.
How many times did you rehearse that line?
Oh my god, bro! Like in my mirror, talking about Reno, sweetie, wow, Reno, sweetie, wow,
wow,
Reno, sweetie, wow.
Dude. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I've done that so many times. Like, no. He said it. He would say it like this. No, he would have the inflection here. Actors, we all do that shit. First of all,
Clayface is the best character of Harley Quinn, bro.
And it's just so funny that the character whose body is similar to a Clayface, minus the actual clay, is an actor as well. You get what I'm saying? The comparisons.
Yep.
So the dream when she had when she said Isabel was run over by a tractor trailer, I was like, damn! I
didn't even put 2 and 2 together. She's essentially Clayface. This is almost a through line. Of Harley Quinn.
Which, by the way, since we talked about it already, there's a part where they go into the painting. Y'all remember the painting from the end of season 1, right? And the beard hunter is there, who had painted himself half white. But then Vic asked, so where's Mr. Nobody? And they're like, I want to catch up with him. He was like, yeah, he booked a job on some second-rate animation.
Fucking thing at the bottom, the little teaser and shit. Oh my god! I'm telling you, this episode is so brilliant because there's so many homages to little things. But I think the other thing that's funny, and obviously you've seen it now. I guess spoiler alert: if you haven't, you should get on that. I mean, you should know by now. I didn't let you do your standard intro.
Yeah.
Is the fact that, like, as an actor, there's nothing more fun than getting to play the fool. Honestly, like, I think more so than doing like any like highbrow comedy or any like crazy drama.
You just get to be just loose.
Because you just get to literally anything you say is okay, and that's essentially what the characters were doing. Like, for me, the moment that destroyed me is when he was like, "I should go see my grandson." They're like, "That's a great idea. Yo, call Flynn. I want to ask her a question." They teleported. Hi. I came to see my grandson. Yeah, he's not taking anything. Boom, here comes the bureau.
Wait, they flip him out. Go ahead.
Flynn goes, I have an idea. They teleport out, and they're all like, ah, shit. And then they come back, and he's still in his bandages with just a lab coat over. Hi, I'm the doctor, and I'm here to see my son. I mean, the patient. Where is he again? And then they all come running back in, and they're like, and they teleport out. And the fact that the bureau's like, damn. Like, it's just too fucking perfect.
It was called Dumb Patrol, because when they opened up the crate, first of all, it was like Miranda was like, yo, it says do not open on the front, on the side, on the back. Like, we should.
What? I have a question. Why do you think that Miranda? So for those that aren't, they're called scats. Is that what it is? Scants.
Yeah.
So, it's like stupid ants.
Yeah, like, or something, but it's SCANTS.
Okay, so the scans, essentially what they do is they convince your mind to make dumb decisions, and the more dumb decisions you make or dumb ideas you have, it produces this weird type jelly substance.
The Uma jelly
that the Scant Queen eats, and then she gets all powerful from. So they intentionally trying to make you do that. And especially because they're making you do dumb ideas, like they were about to perform surgery, like fuck Star Labs, let's just perform surgery on you all our own.
No, the best part about that when fucking Larry and Flint walk up, they're like, "Well, you got on doctor's coats."
Yeah, it's like it's a great idea. They already have doctor's coats. I'm gonna be fine. So like, just everything from top to bottom about this.
But you were saying why? I don't know why Miranda
isn't affected by them. I'm very interested.
I think the reason she might be, it might have to do with her being in the well.
So you think that maybe Miranda's power, and this actually would check out because we haven't seen her do anything supernatural, mind you. Her power might be that her willpower is insane. Because if you think about it, she's the one that was resisting all the exorcisms and has been the one that's been the real tough one that has suffered all the slings and arrows for Kate. And so that might be her power, is that she can't be mind controlled, she can't be forced to do something, etc., etc.
She's an amazing cook. Like, you see the breakfast she made, Miranda out here throwing. And I liked it how also Miranda was doing that when she told Rita that she was doing it as a peace offering for Dorothy with the pancakes to let her know everything was good.
Right.
Because I was wondering how that was going to play out. How would the underground handle that? Like, we know how the underground itself is dealing with it, but how, when they come to the surface, would they handle it?
Right.
And like, clearly Miranda's like, we all good, Ma. I'm a big ass fan of Rita Farah, which Rita couldn't even believe it. Rita was like, well, okay, darling, celebrities are just regular people. That's how I got
that's the thing I think is also Miranda's power. Not only her will, but her ability to read a situation better than anybody else, because she's clearly playing everybody. You know what I'm saying? She's doing what she needs to do to survive more so than any of the other primaries have ever done. Well, I would almost argue, kind of like Darwin from X-Men. Her ability is like adaptability and like survival.
That would make sense. I mean, when you say it that way, that would actually make some sense. I took notes all over the damn place. But oh my God, when the Scants come and after they get ready to do the surgery on Ronnie, when Kipling shows back up and puts on the butthole mask, dog, it was.
And then when they find him, because you remember the beard hunter, completely naked, half in white to kind of blend in with his background. Well, first of all, which is that technically whiteface, or is that only reserved for like a white chick type situation? I mean, also, can white people do whiteface? I mean, I guess black people can do blackface. That's what Bamboozled was essentially about.
Yeah, but like, then you get Dave Chappelle in the racial draft, in a sense, when white people try to do.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So then they're like, quick, everybody get behind me, even though he's not taller than everybody.
But wait, and then Ronnie got a cane. He was like, help her, she's slow. And in fact, wait, it was working. That's the problem. It was working, dog. It was working till Larry was like, hey guys, hi. We're just, and then here comes
to kill your queen. Can you take her to us? And then they all pull their fucking spears out and shit to like take them off. Oh my God.
Can we talk about Cliff? This motherfucker was so mad. He just was, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And this motherfucker said,
dude, the phone. I forgot because I watched all of these episodes at once. His legs stopped working and he borrows that. He's got to do cameos every time. He's like, you're a statue. He's like, no, I'm a robot. And he goes, well, if you want to use my phone, you're gonna have to do a shout out for me. He's like, oh, fine. Hey, what's going on, Bobby? Yo, it's talking robot.
He said, I heard you got out of jail. Congratulations. And then, first of all, when the motherfucker called the house, I told y'all listen to the last review, and I was gonna tell Winston, and he was like, don't tell me nothing. And I was like, when Cliff called the house, the sex ghosts are back, dog. I was like, yes. Again, this is the new normal now in the house. Sex ghosts are here. We can't get rid of them.
They're there, and I don't have a problem with it. It's always funny. It's a funny little nod. But for me, this episode stood on its two. You didn't it was cool to see, just because it's a funny reoccurring bit. But you didn't even fucking need it, man. Like, I'm telling you, these jokes came fast and furiously, and I think that's one of the things that we've always loved about the show. Like, don't get me wrong, there are serious moments to be had. Why this show is so good is it really is a dramedy at its full effect. So you're having these crazy ass moments of Larry being closeted and living a double life, and Rita having this issue with like her mom and her acting and this imposter syndrome and Cyborg about his humanity. Like you're getting all of this going on, sprinkled in with like we're dumb now, or sex busters showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think those are two things I wanted to bring up because you just brought up something with the imposter syndrome. When Rita goes to meet the beekeeper to try to to observe her for the role.
That's what kills me. Bitch, you have one line and you went to go do research? Come on.
Wait, even the beekeeper chick, she was like, the script you gave me just had one line, my bees. And, and so, but it was dope because you saw the woman curse out her daughter and call her dumb. And it instantly triggered Rita. And
she's not dumb. Maybe she needs support.
Yep. And then, but I like the way the woman broke it down to Rita. She was like, kids think just because we shot them out of our pee hole, we're this invincible force and we're infallible, but we're not. We're just learning just as long as they are. And she was like, you need a surrogate. She was like, well, who am I get it from? She was like, the bees. And she went in there yelling at the bees, which she should have. I mean, it seemed sort of cathartic for her. I guess the thing was with Rita, when she realized herself, she had that moment of, I'm actually yelling at fucking bees. Then she snapped out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've yelled at walls. I've yelled at paintings. I mean, my bees.
my bees. Like, bro, my bees. That might be up there with hell yeah, as far as just like quotes and shit.
But between that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just saying, by far my favorite scene, and we've already talked about it, is Larry and Flynn trying to fucking trick the nurse to get in there to see the grandson.
She even looked at him like, for real? For real?
Well, because that's to me is straight comedy. That's that shit where it's like, this clearly didn't work the first time. Why the fuck you think it's gonna work the second time?
But again, the part about it that don't make it work is you still got on this thick ass winter jacket.
The winter jacket and all your bandage. I know you can't take them off, but like you're clearly the same person. She still got metal around her. Or no, that's Hammerhead. But like she has a distinct look herself.
Yes,
and bro. So the fact that he tried to come, because that's that shit where it's like, oh, I would like to have one of what the free thing, the free soup you're offering, sir. I am. You saw my twin brother. I would like to have one of the free soup you're offering. Like, it's just stupid shit. What'd you think about the Scant Queen, man?
So I thought it was hilarious. First of all, I was honestly expecting the Scant Queen to be way bigger. Because whenever they sell like cartoon queens, queen ants, or whatever, they're always made real fat. If you've never noticed, even some kings.
Well, because they're supposedly like just spitting out nothing but like workers and shit.
Workers and just are gluttonous at the same time. So that's what I thought. But then you see this and you're like, oh, that's not the case. But then to see how Kipling got himself kidnapped on purpose because he wants to die just so he can be with Baphomet. And she even tells him, like, yo, you do realize this is a horse's head without a torso? It'll never love you. And he's like, you don't need a torso to love. Like, but it was something interesting, too. Now remember, she was saying they were pumping out all dumb ideas, right? When she told Vic and Ronnie, they are each other's dumb idea. That was something that was like, yo, so this relationship shouldn't be, or what's the case? Now, again, we're stuck where we only get 9 episodes because of COVID, everything shut down. But it's like, to have that happen, that was a deep part because it made you realize some things. You know, and again, it goes back to Miranda, too, being as strong as she is.
No, I mean, and what's so interesting, Miranda, as you notice, she's the only one not affected because obviously Flynn was fucked up before. Flint. But then even in this moment,
not Flint, Flit. Flit. Flit, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, even in this moment right now, when they kill the Scant Queen, they essentially what they did is she let some of the other members from the underground pop up. I want to say
Silver Tongue,
and
I can't remember the one that's the electricity.
Right. But they but the fact that they use the electricity to shock and then Silver Tongue to just like cut everybody's head off and shit.
Well, no, she used Silver Tongue to poke the holes in the waterbed at first.
That's what it was, and then electrocute everybody. But like but Miranda, the fact that Miranda was able to convey that to them before they went super doo-doo dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's affecting everybody was pretty impressive.
Which also is the even more impressive part behind that. And I don't know if we're reading into it, you guys watching may see more. The fact that when she's primary, she's still able, all of them are able to communicate with the other personalities. But it's like Miranda's two places at one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the underground, but you're still primary, if that makes sense. Enough where you know when it's like, look, this is what's about to happen.
They're all falling in line, man. They are all, the only one rejecting it is Jane. And I mean, we'll get further into that in our next review because that, you know, that gets addressed even more. But everybody in the underground is all in lockstep with her.
Okay, so let's talk about another part with Niles going back to the Yukon to try to talk to the cave woman he loved back in the day. And the candle maker being like, look, I ain't no bitch, fam. This is what it is. Mama dead. Your ass gonna die. I got your daughter. And then finding out that basically Dorothy's imaginary friends are generational.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even just the mom. Because when he said the ancestors, he was like, where do you think I came from? Like,
but I'm also curious about that because they didn't get fully into it. Candlemaker may just be the one that does that though, because you know what I'm saying. Like, it might be one of those things where you do come up with your own imaginary whatever, but the Candlemaker, as evil and as persistent as he is, may have just been almost like an infection on everybody. Just that is like the burden of this ability that's been passed down. You know what I mean?
But we also got to talk about the fact that the Candlemaker was physical.
Yes.
Without Dorothy.
Yes. So it almost makes me, and that's what I'm saying. I think that the imaginary friends are individual to the person. The Candlemaker might just be a demon that has been like, you know, as the ability to host all these things, almost like Naruto. That's like, we're going to take the beast inside because, again, we'll get to it with the next couple episodes. He's already been trying to escape this entire season. So it makes me seem like he was already manifested prior. It wasn't something that just came magically from her or from her ancestors. They may have been the thing that stopped the Candlemaker in the first place, and their sacrifice is we withhold this demon as almost a host. You know what I mean? To keep it imprisoned.
So. Okay. Well, that makes it. And then again, like somebody was saying, and you've said too, the wishes make him stronger until there's enough wishes potentially where he can just be fully unleashed. Because he is tethered, for lack of better words, to her, to Dorothy. What else is there I want to talk about?
We covered all the scants. We covered Rita's kind of therapy. We covered Niles trying to figure all this out.
Oh, the end. That's what I want to talk about. The very end with Jane in the underground.
Yeah.
And Darling and Polly Pocket was looking for Scarlet Harlot, and Scarlet Harlot's station is closed. So I got thoughts behind that, and I want to hear yours first.
I mean, I think from the standpoint that, like, because if I remember, Miranda says something about it. She's like, the girl is healing. So as she heals, you know, it is what it is.
I was thinking the same thing, more along the lines of if personalities die, other ones don't need to develop. Now, here's something that goes a little bit psychological and deeper. It's always been said that a lot of times it's been said, I shouldn't say always, that women who experience sexual trauma tend to be provocative sexual creatures as they grow older. Well, Baby Doll was the one that trusted men. And because of that, you know, becoming more trusting, you get older, you get more provocative, Scarlet Harlot. Baby Doll's gone. Scarlet Harlot may have been attached to her. You kind of get the correlation where I'm going to?
I didn't necessarily go to that place. I went from the standpoint that with the idea of like healing and whatnot, I just think that there's something deeper going on with Miranda here, and she has her own agenda. And I think that Jane's like you could see Jane starting to piece it together. Like, why are people disappearing in the underground?
So Miranda's trying to just take over and be the only person.
She's like, fuck a primary. I'm trying to I think it might be a situation that who knows if Miranda's being fully selfish and will, you know, sacrifice herself at the end. But I think that Miranda's up to no good. I think that she is actively trying to kill the personalities, which I don't think that, I can't tell if she's doing it so she can just be the only one, or if she genuinely cares about the kid and she's getting herself up to the point of like we're all gonna be gone. But I feel like her main objective, since again it is to protect Kate, she's just step by step. But you can't do that in the open because even though they're protecting the girl, they're not just gonna willingly be like, yeah, I'm gonna die. So right. I think there's some subversion going on here.
It's so much when we talk about DID and different personalities, especially 64 and the way they're portrayed, and we find out that story. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much. And again, having two personalities who are primary, Jane and Miranda. Miranda kills herself. Jane runs everything, and Jane as the body or the body of Kate has been through a lot. But the mental is all still one thing, and like the girl is still putting pieces of herself together. So it's so much to see that. I think
that's everything. Yeah.
What was the only thing? Oh yeah, real quick. The fact when Vic was under this, when they were in the Scant Queen's lair, and Vic told Ronnie, he was like, even we together, even though we've only had sex 2.5 times. Can somebody explain what the halftime was?
Probably just like some head.
Yeah, probably so.
Like either that or you were already inside and then something happens, like the dog starts barking or like there's a fire in your building or just something that interrupts the act.
That's a hellified scenario. Like, shout out to everybody that's ever had to deal with you about to get something. It's a fire. Like,
I mean, I that happened to me once where the fire alarm went off. There wasn't a fire, but a fire alarm went off, and I was like, God damn it! And I definitely was like, you know what? I can just die. Like, it's fine. But like, she was like, no, let's go. And we stopped and we went outside and they were like, false alarm. And I was like, man, you motherfucker.
Yeah, because you ain't never getting that moment back. You're not
getting the moment back. And there's no guarantee that it would go back. That's one of those situations where like it did not naturally get back. It was kind of like, well, the mood's killed.
Yeah, mood's dead.
Anyway, nah. God damn it.
Well, listen, we want to know what you think in the comments below. All right. Did you like this? Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh. Did you normally say that after the?
Moving around. It's been a weird day.
Okay. It's all good. 5. I've only had 2, and I'm curious what I said on the other ones. I'd have to go back and look. I've only had 2 5s this whole season. This one and Sex Patrol.
Yeah.
But between those two, this is like a 5.1. I don't fucking know. If you need a valedictorian, this is the valedictorian for me right now.
So what do you think down below? Let us know. Did you like it and you're still rocking with it? That's what we want to hear from you in those comments. All right. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. I do this drill every single video, and I say it every single time. My one-on-one, joining my supervillain squad on Patreon, first and foremost. Patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. If you join the one-on-one with the supervillain tier, $25, we do a one-on-one session. I put those up already in the Patreon for the patrons to view, and it gets released to the public a little bit later. But also, joining the supervillain squad, you get to join my Discord, where we're doing something just for the members of the squad, where people can converse and everything. We're doing the typing and we're doing the video chat too. So everybody can do that and have fun together. That's something for the squad. The Mad Titan podcast, everywhere you get your podcast from. I get you caught up on all the things happening in Marvel and DC. Live action and cinematic universes is a barbershop talk for nerds. So come on in that convo. Blerds in the Hood every Tuesday with that man right there. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time. YouTube.com and Twitch.tv, both /Blerds in the Hood. BLERDS, the letter N, THEHOOD. I think that is it. I think so. Yeah. You did you just twerk the whole time and I couldn't see you?
Not twerking. Do you know what twerking is? I was doing body rolls and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's a body roll. Okay.
Well, this is a body roll.
I thought you was just.
But I was out here shoulder shimmying and like.
I thought you was out here in 90s.
What? I'm trying to think. What the titty pop? Just the.
Titty pop. Whatever beers.
Pop them titties. At the Swaggy Blerd, THESWAGGYBLERD. That's all the socials. You can join my Patreon, patreon.com/theswaggyblerd. My top 2 tiers are part of my PvPN writers room. You can help me write stories for my show, Positive Black People News. It's like Last Week Tonight, but with positive news stories about Black folk. You can catch that youtube.com/PvPnews. Twitch.tv/theswaggyblerd Thursdays. I do something called Swag Back Thursdays. We play a retro game. You get a mixtape from the year the game is released that I send to you. We have Swag Day Fun Day on Sundays. We play Jackbox and other community games together. This guy was on it last week. Trying to think. I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, game time on Mondays with John Luca and this guy. Blerd's in the Hood, like he said. You can see me on the Schmodown. You can see me on SEN Live, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it, man. That's it in a nutshell.
All right, y'all. So we will holler at you guys next week. We got 2 more episodes. Again, it probably would have been 10, or it might have been the 13, but again, COVID shut everything down, so we'll see. But we got 2 more episodes coming up, so we'll holler at y'all next week. Till then, take care.
Hey, I got an idea. Do you want to put on a police uniform and then walk into a police station and pretend we're cops?
Let's be cops.
Let's be cops.
Let's be cops.
Dump Patrol.